And from next week, they will start telling us their propaganda. What have they done that has benefited the ordinary person? What have they done? In a span of 1 year, they have made millions more people back into multidimensional poverty. And the economic team, to me, honestly, look more like tax collectors than economists. Taxation does not grow economies. Only production does. The last year has been a year of nothing but deception, destitution, and hopelessness.
Professor Yusuf is right about Tinubu's 1 year in office, and he sounds very much like Peter Obi. The only reason Tinubu's handlers are not attacking him or going after him like they normally go after Peter Obi is because they think he doesn't have the influence to influence anyone in the north. Remember how they went after the Northern Elders Forum secretary when he criticized Tinubu and said that the North regrets voting for him, that they will not make the same mistake in 2027. And it wasn't as if many Northerners didn't see the signs during the campaigns, because he dodged all debates. Anyone who dodges debate means he's hiding something. Debating other candidates is the sure way to prove your intelligence, your smartness, to convince people that you have a good understanding of Nigeria's problem. So they saw all the signs, but like the Nigerian way, they said, let's just vote him, we'll manage him. He can never be worse than Buhari. Maybe that's why people are now expressing their regrets, lamenting openly that they never knew it would be this bad. As May 29th approaches, you will see the kind of propaganda they will be pushing, that the past 1 year of Tinubu's administration has been all roses for Nigerians. It has already started, by the way. The presidential spokesperson said that Nigeria's purchasing power has increased. He said that a few days ago. So you can understand that they live very far away from reality. People who can't get their priorities right. Imagine spending a whopping 90 billion naira subsidizing religious pilgrimage. How many people will be benefiting from this 90 billion? They are not up to 1 million, but we have more than 1 million students attending tertiary institutions in Nigeria. But the government budgeted only 5 billion naira for student loans. These 5 billion naira, no one has obtained that loan up till today. So which of the two will benefit Nigeria's economy more? Obviously the student loan. So imagine they are budgeting 5 billion naira for people that are more than 1 million, while budgeting 90 billion naira for a few thousand people. Look at their priority. They are only interested in politics, specifying their support base. They want to attend Hajj and come back and still face the same problems. After attending the Hajj, are the problems in Nigeria, the security challenges, the lack of water, all the problems people are facing in the north and even the south, will they magically go away? No. Why not spend that money on something tangible that will make a difference in Nigeria instead of wasting it on religious pilgrimage? Pilgrimage is supposed to be attended by people who are wealthy, who can afford it. Let them go there and have peace with their maker, not at the detriment of poor people and government. Government should not be involved in such things. Governance is not hard. It's only in Nigeria they make it look like rocket science. Look at Argentina. Their month-by-month inflation has been coming down since the past 6 months. Now at 9%. You know the percentage they met it? What about Nigeria? It's been going up. It's approaching 40% today. So they are definitely doing something wrong. Let no one deceive anyone that it will be better tomorrow. No. You have to start from today doing all the right things before tomorrow will be brighter, before the future generation will benefit from what you did today. If you start by doing wrong, doing all the wrong things, awarding frivolous contracts and overinflated contracts, how is it possible that tomorrow will be better? You see, we don't seem to learn from history in Nigeria. Look at what happened to Yaradua after he was flown abroad for medical treatment. And after his demise, no one that came after him, no president, thought it wise to build a standard hospital where presidents can be treated in Nigeria. So the bad governance actually affects the people leading the country. What they fail to do might turn back and hurt them in the future. Imagine having an emergency and they have to fly the person abroad. All the time it will take to get to Europe and Asia. That time would have been used to treat the person if the hospital exists in Nigeria. Just like it happened in Iran. It took the authorities more than 16 hours to locate their president. They didn't even find him by themselves. They had to rely on a neighboring country, Turkey. to help them to locate the crash site. This is a country that invests billions of dollars building all sorts of long-range missiles and nuclear power, but they can't find their own president. This is the priority we are talking about in Nigeria. They do all sorts of things, waste all sorts of money, but little things that require little money, they can't invest in them. Look at all the insecurities in Nigeria. Look at all the water shortages. People in the Northeast, they are facing serious water shortages. Even in the Northwest, many regions. But the government will rather spend billions and trillions constructing one project. They rather spend billions of naira buying products from abroad, buying Toyota SUVs for the customs, when they have local manufacturers in Nigeria. Who does that? No European country, no Western country, even Asian countries will buy from another country when they have local manufacturers. Yes, that's the only way you can support your own. They can't be boosting other economies and making sure that their people retain their employment with the companies they buy goods from, while in Nigeria people are losing their jobs en masse. Many companies have already left Nigeria, more will follow. The ones that are still operating are making huge losses in the billions of naira. Even Dangote lamented the other day that they created a huge mess by devaluing the naira. Many companies obtain foreign loans that are denominated in foreign currency. They have to repay and service these loans. How are they going to do it when the naira has lost its value by more than 300%? Leaders must live exemplary lives worth emulation by citizens. They can't be living extravagant lifestyles and be telling Nigerian citizens that they don't have the money to pay them a living wage, that they can only pay 48,000 naira as minimum wage. That's a huge insult, considering the fact that he can't even buy a bag of rice in today's economy. This administration has the largest federal executive council with 48 ministers, but they keep telling Nigerian workers that they can't pay more than 48,000 naira as minimum wage. Also, there are more than 60 persons employed in the presidency as special advisors. You have deputy advisors, special advisors, PA and all that. They still can't pay a living wage to Nigerians. Everything to Nigerian politicians is politics. In contrast, if you look at what the Argentine president did, he started with himself, reduced the cost of governance. That's why he's achieving great results today, reducing the inflation. In Nigeria, it's quite different. They have a hugely over-bloated government. All the ministers employ all sorts of assistants, so you can imagine how long their motorcade will be when they are attending a function or moving around. So the wastage is just too much. Imagine the budget for the car park in the National Assembly. This car park will be used by less than 1,000 people. They budgeted about 4 billion naira for it. In contrast, they budgeted 1 billion naira for building hostels in federal universities. How many students attend federal universities in Nigeria? At least they are in their thousands, if not up to 1 million. So as you can see, there are numerous examples of incompetence and failure by the current administration. At a time, it becomes boring mentioning all this. But in the end, many people will still turn around and start blaming ordinary Nigerian citizens for causing all the problems. They will start supporting their oppressors and telling Nigerians to give them more time. How will more time work? If you don't plant a seed of maize today, you will not harvest any maize tomorrow. It's as simple as that. If you don't take all the right decisions and do all the right investments today, you will reap nothing tomorrow. If you want to pull people out of poverty, give them education, give them enabling environment, they will thrive. When Obama came to power in the US, he gave many families $300, $200 to spend in the American economy to boost their economy. When this one came to power, he started taxing everyone, despite his handlers always blaming Buhari that Buhari destroyed everything, that he handed over a broken economy to him. If he handed a broken economy to you, you are supposed to start by giving Nigerians more benefits to boost that broken economy, instead of taxing poor people on top of the fact that they are in poverty. You created more poor people instead of lifting people out of poverty from a broken economy. It doesn't make any sense. Thanks for watching.